Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Jags are going to take possession of the...
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff would be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Rolling to his left. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They fake the give. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, 25 yards. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And oh, he coughed it up. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
it is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mike Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a throw here to his running back. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
This one into the hands of Ingram downfield. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
He's got a man complete.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Isaiah Pacheco in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And a route is on here in this first half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On play action, Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 49 yards. And the Jaguars are able to claw one back. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Lawrence will throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto, and so the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare reel.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 68 yards rushing for him now to this point. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. They go play action with Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff as they run left side. They find some open field here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll buy some into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Another tote for Etienne. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
Buying time to his left.
And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. On the counter, Etienne.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Finding Etienne here, catching it on the out route.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Give them the completion, no gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
Well, when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Lawrence. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right at midfield. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. City. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, Carter, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Chiefs, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12.